Fuck, that actually hurt to do. Oh, Claire, that was nothing to worry your pretty little purple head about. I do it all the time. Oh, by the way, do you perchance know what day it is? No, it's Saturday. And you know what that means. Shh, 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 shh. Don't tell them that. Just play along with the intro, goddammit. Mother bastard, don't fuck up my fourth wall. Well, we did until you broke the damn thing. Just gotta paint it too. Gonna have to do it all over again. I'm thinking a nice summertime sunset orange might be nice. Wait, no, this is not the point of this video. Shut up. Now, look! A new episode of RWBY approaches. God damn it, Claire. Whatever, fine, I'll do the intro without you. Nah. Anyway, look! Episode 2! I can't wait to see what it will entail. Ooh, look! Watson Lionheart being sneaky little buckets of badness. Oh, and Salem being Salem. So good to see you guys again. Oh, and then there's Hazel. Been looking forward to see what he's all about. Oh, shit. And there's Adam. What up, douchebasket? Oh my god. Is that Sienna motherfucking Khan? Ooh, girl, you are so badass looking. I cannot wait to see what you're all about. It's surprising you weren't in the intro. Whatever, either way, happy to have you on board, Sienna. I hope to see so much more of you in the volumes to come.
I know.
Oh, you motherfucker. Hey, hi, ho, and howdy, huntsmen and huntresses. It's Saturday, or Sunday, or Monday. Okay, so it's a day of the week again, and that means it's time for yet another episode of RWBY, and yet another episode of whatever the fuck it is I do here. That's right, echidnas and platypi. Episode 2 of Volume 5 of RWBY, Dread in the Air, is here. And boy howdy is Adam a cock. I'd like to quickly apologize to the 2 people who watched my RWBY review cap of the last episode, mostly because it took so long to come out. I had a lot of issues getting the video unblocked. Like a lot of them. And also I'd like to apologize for being a fucking flubbering fool. I even did it. Normally if I had said flubbering like I just did, I would have cut it out. But considering I'm literally apologizing for the fact that I can't fucking speak English correctly, I'm leaving it in. And now I'm going to continue reading what is on the screen in front of me. I just thought I should share that with you. I know word okay. So, sorry about that. Also, I'd like to apologize about next week's episode of RWBY. I will be out of town all of next week, and I simply won't have the time to get any review caps done. I'll still try and do the episodes, but they will be late as all fuck. Unless Extra Life is next week, in which I retract everything that I've just said. Anyway, now that I've gotten the usual apologies and pleas of forgiveness out of the way, let's talk about some motherfucking villains. Speaking of motherfuckers, we open the episode to Leo sitting in his office pondering all the ways he's done fucked up in his lifetime.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. The night goes on as I'm fading away.
Boy, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't waste your time. As someone who does that a minimum like 8 hours a day, it's just gonna hold you back from doing more with your life. Like continuing to fuck up. After a moment, we hear the scary door creak open to reveal Jeff Ramsey. Oh, that's Watts, right. Don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, Arthur Watts walks into the room to make perhaps the single creepiest face I've ever seen in my entire life. Bad touch. Very, very bad touch. I need an adult. I need the adult of an adult. Anyway, after the nightmare fuel... Stop it. The two make their way into a hidden passage in Lionheart's office, one containing evil Skype. No, you son of a bitch, I don't want to update. Stop asking. I have never wanted to shut my whole computer off to update your dumb ass. Just let me talk to my evil villain squaw. Sorry, sudden case of non-flashbacks. Oh, Yang, you're the only one who understands me. Anyway, the pair talk for a while with Salem and Cinder. Wait, oh yeah, no, Cinder can talk now. Oh, it's so good to hear from you again. You waifu killing bitch.
Shut up.
Hey, don't get mad at me because I'm right. It's literally just a factual statement. So yeah, this is a scene consisting primarily of Watts being a pompous prick to Cinder while she gets mad, while Salem threatens Lionheart while he pisses his old man pants. He strikes me as a boxers kind of guy. You know, man, you should stick to something like boxer briefs. My doctor told me that generally speaking, it's far better for you than going commando or just with like the boxers. It keeps everything where they need to be. It'll save you in the long run. Don't ask me why that was a conversation that was had. Please stop looking at me with your judging eyes. As I mentioned before, Lionheart is threatened by Salem into a more submissive and less brave state. Insert cowardly lion joke here. After he starts to get a little too comfortable around everyone. She also pulls an incredibly dick move and compliments Watts on all the work being done in Haven, shrugging off Leo's assistance like it was irrelevant. That's rude, Madam Evil. That's so very rude. Salem goes on to tell Watts of Tyrion's tail troubles.
What happened to his old one? How could this happen to me?
Yeah, that happened. My man is gonna need some milk. Something the doctor states he will go about fixing. I'm curious what exactly Arthur will do to fix Best Villain's tail. Whether it will be some sort of mechanical tail a la Yang's arm, or Ironwood's Ironwood. I get it, cause his dick is... You know, I'm starting to get the feeling the jokes aren't as funny after you've explained them to people. Dumbass. Or if instead of a mechanical tail, it'll be more of a bioengineered tail, or perhaps even something Grimm-esque. A lot of people do seem to love the idea of people getting grimmified in this series, so I'm curious if something like that would actually happen. Though if that would be the case, Watts doesn't really strike me as the kind of person to make it happen. In this episode, he mentions being fascinated by the Seer Grimm, making it appear to me as though he has no part in the production or manipulation of the Grimm, and the fact that he was one to create the Black Queen virus used to infiltrate Beacon led me to believe he's probably working on your bog standard mecha tail. But that's still cool. I mean, like, who don't want one of those? The Queen of all things unpleasant sends Watts and Lionheart off on their duties of tail production and lying their ass off respectively. Cinder and her posse are also given orders to make their way to meet up with the Good Doctor and Mistral, where all together they will head to the Branwen tribe and convince them to hand over the Spring Maiden. Something that makes Cinder throw a patented Cinder hissy fit over the idea of working with the bandits and not just straight up knifing Ruby in the stomach 10 or so times like it was the fucking Red Wedding. Girl, you need to take like a chill pill, relax.
Never underestimate the usefulness of others.
Yeah, do that thing. So that the good guys will have enough time to kick your ass and save the day. I meant so that you could win. Definitely. That's definitely what I said and or meant and or said. As Cinder makes her way out the door, Salem tells her,
Before you go, inform Tyrion that I wish to have a word with him.
Oh no. Tyrion is about to have a very, 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 pause for a breath. Very, very bad Tuesday. I mean, hey, he probably won't die, since she told Watts to give him a new tail, but... I mean, hard to use a new tail if you're dead, am I right? Yeah, guys? Am I right? Guys? Oh god, please don't kill him, he's my favorite. Oh me, oh my, it appears that the big doors to the Legion of Doom boardroom are actually some kind of magical portal that leads to the Mistral where all the attractive anime girls are. Aha, so that's how Tyrion got there so goddamn fast. Speaking of anime gals, here's one now. Hey Weiss, how the heck you doing, champ? Bored? Yeah, I hate long car rides too. And not just because I start to fear for my life the instant I sit in the seat. I mean, it's mostly because of that. I'm just saying there are other reasons as well. Weiss, still on her trip on the cargo hold express to Mistral, sits around for a moment, again presumably bored out of her gourd, until she notices some crazy-ass floating islands over Lake Monsu. I threw up in my mouth, and you can feel it, you can taste it, and not just it's in there, I can feel it. Oh god, I need to brush my teeth after this. Oh god. It's gonna be a bitch to record the rest of this. After a moment, she gets up to go and talk to her trusty pilot pal. Also, quickly before we move on, can we talk about the floating islands? Because that's rad. While the concept is in no way an original one, the usage of gravity dust to explain their existence is kinda really cool. Something I'm kinda mad that I never thought about until they showed up in the trailer. Quick self-note. Dear Shannon, you are not creative. P.S. You look good today. Good call on the red shirt. End self-note. Additional self-note. Dear Shannon, thank you for the compliment. Anyway, the two chat for a moment about turbulence caused by the gravity dust in the islands and the fact that Grimm tend to make their home on them until... Look out! Oh dear, I hope they were wearing their seatbelts. Yeah, so I guess we found those people who sent out the distress signal. Wonder how they're holding up.
Everyone abandon ship!
Ah, so I see not so much holding up as dying. Okay, yeah, no, that sounds about right. Damn. After the quick and pretty depressing destruction of the Mistral airships, Weiss and the RWBY's version of Han Solo find themselves fending off a horde of Lancer Wasps. A new type of Grimm that is essentially just a really big bee with a grappling hook in its ass. I'm not judging, I'm just kind of stating facts. You do you, spooky bees. You do you. So yeah, what happens next is really just an aerial fight scene, which means there isn't all that much for me to comment on, so I'll just give you a couple of thoughts on the thing as a whole. First and foremost, I was really excited to see a new type of Grimm, again, in this case, the Lancers. While the whole big bee thing doesn't really do too much for me, and they aren't in any way my favorite Grimm, I do really like the armor-piercing stinger on a string that seems to be their primary method of attack. It's an interesting idea, and I like how it's used in the fight. That being said, we also see a Queen Lancer towards the end of the fight, and that is admittedly a wee bit more intimidating, if only for its size alone. The fight in question primarily involves the pilot being, again, RWBY's version of Han Solo, complete with dramatic flips, turns, and...
Lancers. Freaking Lancers. Kid, you are reading my mind. Yeah! Great going, kid!
aplenty, while Weiss fires dust projectiles out of the back of the ship. Something that goes on for quite a while until, of course, the Queen Lancer I mentioned earlier shows up and Weiss has to resort to bringing out the big guns. Or... knights. She summons the knight. That's what she does. And I'm not gonna lie, while the rest of the fight was really cool, seeing this big bastard flip and fly around like he was in Cirque du Soleil while This Life Is Mine played in the background, that's fucking dope. God damn, I love that song. The fight culminates with the knight falling from the sky and cutting the Queen down to size, but not without accidentally knocking her stinger right into the cargo ship, something that takes the whole thing out of commission and sends it careening headfirst towards the ground. Weiss uses a few gravity glyphs to slow their descent, but it's not enough to stop the ship from... Yeah. Oh yeah, because that'll fix the... Oh, actually, you're right, that actually does work in their situation. I retract my bitchy retort.
Adam, I'm not going to repeat myself.
Oh, shit, so... we're doing this now? Okay then. We find ourselves in the throne room of what I can only assume is the White Fang headquarters. Sitting up high on her chair of high leaderedness is Sienna Khan, the high leader of the White Fang. Redundant, I realize, but accurate all the same. Someone who is mentioned back in the first episode of Volume 4, as well as during episode 5 of the same season. I only bother pointing this out because this is the first time we're actually seeing her, and if I was a gambling man, I'd bet it's gonna be the last time too. Also, Adam the Asshat Taurus is here, kneeling at the end of the steps leading to Sienna Khan and her armed guard. The two are arguing about Adam's request to attack Haven Academy, just as he had done before during the fall of Beacon. The attacking the Academy thing. Something tells me he didn't bother asking the first time. Sienna, rather civilly, turns down Adam's request, telling them that going out of their way to attack the Huntsman Academies is a step too far. That not only does it paint the White Fang in a far worse light than even she would be comfortable with, but the loss of the CCTS drastically hampered the White Fang's communication abilities already. She states that it has already caused the White Fang far too much trouble, and continuing down that path would only further the problem. She states that she only ever chose strength and violence as a method of overcoming the boundaries humanity had set for them, while Adam clearly uses it unnecessarily to not just overcome those boundaries, but to build up more of his own for those he believes to be his enemies. Humans, I'm saying he wants humans to be his slaves. Like, he straight up says it, too. God, you are a dick and a half, aren't you? My man is like straight up Faunus Hitler. But admittedly, he's significantly more attractive. I mean, just look at those fucking zippers. Fabulous. Anyway, this back and forth continues for a while before Adam eventually calls Hazel in to do the talking. And alright, speaking of talking, and speaking of Hazel, can we talk about Hazel? When we were first introduced to the guy, I honestly didn't know what to think about him other than the fact that he was a strong, independent woman and he didn't need no man. Now that this episode, as well as his short appearance in a previous Volume 4 episode where he helped Oscar get a train ticket have happened, we actually have gained a little bit of an idea of as to what kind of guy we're dealing with. And I'ma just say, I'm liking the kind of guy we're dealing with. With what little we've seen of him, he comes off as a very, well, if I don't have to be an asshole, I won't be one. But if I do have to be an asshole, I'll be one. It's a terrible Hazel impression. Kind of guy. Someone who seems to be against violence unless it's absolutely necessary. That could be a generalization, purely due to the fact that in this scene he repeatedly states that,
Please, nobody needs to die today. Nobody needed to die today.
yeah, that. A lot of people when he first encountered Oscar immediately jumped onto the, oh, he's actually a good guy, or he's a noble villain bandwagons. I personally never really saw that encounter that way. Not that he was trying to help out a little kid as much as he was instilling the idea in someone that you should just do shit and don't let anything stop you. Not the law, not morals, not anyone. That being said, this scene's kind of turned my opinion around, if only just a little bit. He actively avoids any conflict in the room, even trying to stop Adam from being a damn dickhead, only ever really stating that he will fight after he's threatened. While I didn't really get the whole noble villain thing from him previously, I'll admit that I get that much more now. Though I still find myself holding back from committing that purely due to Osmond's line about he should no way be taken lightly. It could very well just be him saying not to cross him or he'll do what he must, but it still feels to me like he meant don't trust him ever. I know it's probably the former, but I'm a paranoid person and I literally always assume the worst at every possible opportunity. Also, this is like the first time we've really seen him talk for more than a line at a time. It took me a minute at first, but I'm actually really becoming a fan of his voice. It is stupid deep, but I kind of really like it. Anyway, after Hazel makes his way into the room, Sienna gets a little upset at the arrival of a human in their headquarters, something she makes abundantly clear with the threat of execution. Hazel replies with a,
Apologies. I don't aim to cause any trouble.
do you see what I mean? It is deep and smooth, like a something that is deep and smooth.
You don't like me. You have no reason to like me. But you don't have to like me to get the results you want.
Damn. My man is classy as fuck. Putting that sassy Dick Watts to shame. After Hazel's statement, Sienna retorts with saying that she has no intention to start a war with humanity that they don't stand a chance at winning.
That's where you're wrong. We can win a war against the humans. Not only because we have the support of Hazel's master, but because the Faunus are the dominant species of this planet.
Alright, dude. You need to relax. Also, bitch, did she say that you could walk up these stairs? Do you know how much this shit costs to clean? You march in your dirty ass shoes up here. Boy, I oughta.
We're better than humans.
Well, I mean, that's kind of a subjective statement. I mean, I think so. But that's just because I think cat girls and bunny girls and fox girls and wolf girls and other assorted girls are genuinely more attractive, but that's just me.
We have everything humans have and more.
See? Alright, I can give you that one. That's just a fact. You by definition have what a human has and also an animal trait. So yeah, you right, no objections, proceed.
Humans shouldn't just fear the Faunus. They should serve the Faunus.
Alright, motherfucker, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. You do not fix a problem by causing more problems. You do not make people not be dicks by being a dick. And this is kind of just a message to anyone, especially these days. If you're in an oppressed group, the answer to your problems are not, oh hey, these guys are being racist dicks, so let's be racist dicks to them. I acknowledge again that you're talking about, like, slavery, which is admittedly a significant step up from what I'm talking about, but the point is still the same.
I've had enough of this conversation for tonight.
You and me both, sister, damn. Adam, you need to eat a Snickers and take a damn nap.
Guards, take them away. I said take them away!
Oh, shit. I know how this is gonna end. This motherfucker about to kill her and take everything.
From this day forward, I will be the one to lead the White Fang.
Can you at least do it without being such a douche?
I know.
So I'll take that as a no, then. God fucking damn it. So yeah, let's talk about Sienna. She's fucking dope as hell. I absolutely love her design. Obviously being based on Shere Khan from the Jungle Book, she's a tiger faunus, and a pretty damn cool one at that. Her outfit, ears, and stripes all come together to make a fantastic character design. Her lovely and rather intimidating voice lent to the character by the incredibly talented Monica Rial definitely don't hurt. She's scary, but still cute. She's justified in her anger towards mankind, and while I completely disagree with her methods, I do understand why she believes force to be a necessity in their struggle for acceptance. Again, I don't think she should do it, but I get why she does. So, all that being said, I see why people are depressed as fuck that she got turned into a tiger kebab. I'm honestly really sad to see her go as well. I'd have loved to see more of her in the show, but considering this, I'm highly doubtful. But some people have hopes that she survives it. As I said, I'm doubtful. I absolutely see why Adam did it. I absolutely agree with why he did it. Not like as a person, but as someone who's seen that, yeah, Adam's just the kind of dick that would do that. I understand, but I won't lie, I'm sad to see her go so soon. I'd have loved to see more of her, get to know her a bit more before she got. Either way, it's fine. It doesn't bother me nearly as much as it bothers other people, purely due to the fact that I have and always will be a firm believer that in fiction, just like in the real world, the shit that you like can get taken away from you without warning. Fast and painfully. And that includes attractive badass waifus. Alright, now that that's over, and so is Sienna. Oh, I just made myself sad. Adam tells his goons to lie to the public and claims Sienna to be a martyr for the cause, who was murdered by a human huntsman who had broken into the throne room. All of this bothers the hell out of Hazel.
When were you planning on telling me about that?
To which Adam replies with a statement on how Salem doesn't have to worry about Sienna's cooperation if she's no longer High Leader. While technically correct, go fuck yourself.
Nobody needed to die today.
I know, right? Can't we all just get along?
I disagree.
God damn, I hate you. Like, as a person, I actually really like you as a character and as a villain. But fuck, you are just the worst kind of human being. Wait. Shit, you get what I mean. After watching a Let's Play of Waifu Murder Simulator 2017 with your host Adam Taurus, be sure to check out his channel, Ultra Mega Edgelord 69 on YouTube, we find ourselves back again at the crash site of Weiss and Pilot Boy. And, I don't want to be pessimistic or anything, but, pretty sure Homeboy's dead. Rest in lemons, my dear friend. I cry every time. Also, Weiss has had a doozy of a day. She starts to come to when some unsavory-looking gentlemen make their way up to her.
I think we just hit the jackpot.
Huh. You know, I honestly can say that I didn't see that coming. Welp, Yang and RWBY are going to be pissed. And there you have it, mangoes and macadamia nuts. Episode 2 of RWBY Volume 5. And boy, was it a thing. I'm very, very glad that we got to see most of the Evil League of Evil, as well as Adam and the Knight make a reappearance, even if it means we had to lose another cool cat lady. Sadness. Gone, but never forgotten. Probably, who knows? I can barely remember my own damn birthday half the time. I'm pretty sure she'll be gone from my mind in a week. Anyway, all in all, I can say I really enjoyed getting to learn more about Hazel, Watson, Sienna, and I cannot wait to see what new things we're going to see in the next episode. By the way, is it just me, or have we seen literally every single scene that was in the Volume 5 trailer already in the first 2 episodes? That's kind of wild. That means from this point on, we are going in completely blind. Like anyone who would ever willingly have sex with your mother.
That is a book, and I read it once on a plane. It was very long, and I did not like it. But that is not the point. No, the point is that Oscar meets Crow, and he tells him to give him the cane back, and Crow is all like, oh, that is awesome.
Okay, hey gang, so I'm just here at the end of the episode. I'm so sorry for that ending. This was not cool. It's not cool. I just really want to quickly talk about a few things. There was things that I wanted to talk about, but I didn't put in the fucking actual episode because I'm retarded. I don't know. And there was a couple things I wanted to really quickly comment on. Again, I talk a ton of shit about Adam, but I actually really fucking love this character. I don't know if it ever comes off in the videos, but RWBY is honestly my favorite fucking show of all time. I sound like a sassy cockhole the entire fucking video, and I'm trying to actually work away from that. I don't think it's actually working at all, but I'm trying to be more like Shannon and not like a total douche. I don't think it's helping. I don't think it's work. I don't know what's happening. It's not happening. Anyway, I just want to say, you know, I talk shit about Adam. I talk shit about all kinds of characters in this show. I fucking love. There's not a single character in this show that I don't like, except for Cardinal was kind of a. Who gives a shit? But then again, I still have Adam's voice. Whatever. Moving on. So yeah, Adam. I'm really cool to see him again. One other thing in that scene where he's with Sienna Khan, right as after he kills her, or after he stabs her and gets ready to throw her down the stairs, she actually reaches for his mask, which is something I didn't talk about, but I didn't really think about it until after I'd written and recorded stuff. A lot of people seem to be under the impression that Adam's mask has a lot of significance to his character, not just because he. This is why I script things, because I sound like a mumbling mess if I don't. Like he's hiding something more than just having a mask for the sake of having a mask. A lot of people seem to believe he might have silver eyes, which personally I think would be a fucking really cool idea if he was a silver eye user who was hiding it from like Salem and that. So he's got the mask. That seems like such a fucking cool idea. I don't know if they're gonna do it, but if they did, I would not fucking complain. So, you know, this is something I just want to point out. I thought it was an interesting touch that she was reaching for his mask. I don't know why specifically she was doing it, but it teased the fuck out of me, and I want to know. Again, his mask could be literally nothing, but I kind of want to see if it is something. Also, another really quick thing. I want to comment on Garrett's voice. I believe that's the voice actor who did Garrett. I want to comment on Garrett's voice actor, and also Jessica Negri too, because she talked in this episode as well. And I want to say shout outs to her. She's getting so much better as time goes on. And again, a lot of people comment on how her voice sounds a bit different, and a lot of people are like, oh yeah, no, she's getting quite a bit better. And I will agree, she feels much more natural. She doesn't seem like she's playing up like fucking Bond villain kind of thing like she used to do. Like I love Cinder. But in Volume 2 specifically, she's got a lot of lines where she hams that shit up really thick. But I feel like she's moving away from that more as time goes on, and I actually really like that. Not because I hate the idea of a hammy villain. I love a hammy villain, but I think she's doing a very good job at making her feel more like a human being, and that's really cool. And with Garrett, I think his name's Garrett Hunter. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna look it up after this. So you don't need to, but if you want to do, you're probably not sticking around for this part anyway. This is supposed to be a really short thing at the end. It's not gonna be, but I wanted to shout out to Garrett for his voice acting. I will say, because he's always kind of had some of the lowest quality, and I don't say that to be a douche. Garrett, if you ever come across this, I'm not trying to be mean to you in any way, shape, or form. I actually want to say is you're getting a lot better. There are a couple lines in particular that I think you have. They're like, I will be the new head of the white. It's just like the way he said it. I thought was really funny. It's very hard to take Adam seriously sometimes. As I mean, like, dude, you're not threatening. I mean, he is threatening. It's just you don't sound threatening all the time. But there are some lines that he hits really, really well. And I thought it was the same way in Volume 3. There's some lines that just aren't perfect, but there's some lines that, oh, you rock, dude. Like, a lot of people like to point fun at the, like, my darling, like, it's edgy as fuck, but I think he did a really, really good job on that. And like when he's walking up the steps and being like, we're better than humans, we're like, when he starts giving off those lines, I think he's doing a great job. Again, there's some that are just a little that's where you're wrong. Like, there's some that just don't work out perfectly, but I can really appreciate that he's getting a lot better. Shout outs to you, my dude, if you ever come across this. Again, I hope I'm not coming off as an asshole in any way, shape, or form. I don't like doing that. But yeah, no, huge shout outs to you, and shouts to everyone. Hazel, I wasn't on board with his voice, as I said before in the episode, but early on, because it was always like one line at a time, and he had the same exact thing when he first shows up. Took you long enough, and it fell off. But then he began talking more and more and more, and I was like, oh, okay, you sound like a human being. I don't aim to cause any trouble. It was really good, and I'm really loving it. I'm very excited to see more about his character. I'm so excited to see more things. Again, I want to apologize for not being able to get to you guys next week with an episode of the review cap, if it matters to anyone. I just simply won't be able to do it because I will be out of town. Again, I think Extra Life is going on during that time, so I probably won't have to worry, but even then, it's still going to be a little bit for episode 3 to come out. I have watched the episode. It's fucking fantastic. This season is so good so far. Like, I'm loving it. There's a specific series of scenes in the next episode that I think is fucking phenomenal, and everyone did a great job. There's one character in particular, or one voice actor, I should say, who surprised the fuck out of me in that thing, and I was really, really happy to see it. Shout outs to that person who I'm not going to talk about because spoilers. Just go watch the episode if you haven't already, if you have the opportunity, do that shit. Anyway, I'm gonna leave now. I've been talking for way longer than I thought I was going to. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do this stuff that you guys would do if you liked it. If you didn't, well, you can fuck off. No, I'm just kidding. I come off as such a dick in the RWBY review cap, and I don't want to. I'm a fragile little man, baby. Fuck.